This is ridiculous. What's up, family? Alright, so it's my remote day. I just had a meeting with a client. Now I am back home to grab some lunch. Oh my gosh. But I happened to pull up just in the nick of time because the mailman was here. And for as long as I have lived in this apartment, which has been about a year, they have never given me a mail key. And I think I've touched on this in a previous vlog with you guys, of how they told me to go. I had to go to the post office. I went to the post office. Post office said, we don't do that no more. Talk to your apartment complex. Talk to the apartment complex. They say it's a corporate's fault. Since tried to call corporate, but the corporate don't got a phone number. But so I just completely have been ignoring this mailbox because I just figured I was never going to get into it. But came here today. Mailman was there dropping off packages. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to ask. Okay, I'm just going to ask. I don't want to throw him off, so I wait till he finished putting in all the mail. I didn't want to throw off his rhythm. Excuse me, sir. I've lived here for a year, never got mail. He was like, you must be, says my address. And pulls out all of the mail that y'all saw me throw on the counter. And this is crazy. So many things. There are packages, like, I had ordered this, like, sample of this perfume so long ago. And I'm just getting it. Like, I thought that somebody had, like, taken the package from in front of the house. Like, when I first was doing, like, buying everything from Amazon, when I first got here, I bought that perfume. And it's just been sitting in the mailbox. Another package. Previous man's mail. This is 6204. It don't got nothing to do with me. So yes, what I'm about to do is go through all of my missing mail and try to eat something at the same time. What's up, family? Long time no talk. I feel like it's been forever. When honestly, it sort of kind of has, sort of kind of hasn't. I'm eating lunch in my car right now. I could have just ate it inside the restaurant, but I just ordered it to go. I was going to try to, like, eat it as I drove back to the office, but I was like, no, that's dangerous. So we're just going to sit and eat in the car real quick. I'm eating brisket, corn casserole, and mac and cheese from a place called Mission Barbecue. If you live in a state with a Mission Barbecue, you are blessed. We are blessed. Yeah. So, once I finish my brisket, I'm going to head back to the office, then run home, because I have to check with Thomas. His teacher keeps sending me emails. I don't know if their back to school night is tonight or some other day, and they're just trying to prep us, but that wouldn't make sense if it's not tonight for them to be sending out the email. But they didn't put a date on it, which would have been nice. So we may have back to school night tonight, which I wasn't banking on because I had other plans for today. Sorry, this is so good. But I wanted to go turn in my paperwork for this first-time homebuyer program that I paid for. Because there's like a program for New Jersey, it's probably in a lot of states, where if you're a first-time homebuyer, the county will give you money towards buying a house, but there's like certain qualifications you have to reach. So they gave me these huge slices of bread for the sandwich. I didn't eat all that. corn casserole. I'll save you for later. But yeah, in the last vlog, I had told you guys that I was moving out of my apartment to go back to my mother's house. I can't remember if I told you guys why though. I think I told you partial of the reason why. But basically, I got a second promotion at my job. So now I make more money. Ouch. And the apartment complex that I was living in is a according to your income place. And so with me getting the increase in income, I now make too much money for my current apartment complex. And I could like stay and just pay the market rate for rent, but the market rate is almost $1,700. And I think it's like $1,685 or something like that. And the thing about it is, if I'm going to pay that much for a place to live, I would rather it be I was paying that much for a mortgage than for something that I still didn't own and still don't have the freedom to do exactly what I want with it. Like, got to be careful what I put on the walls to make sure it like doesn't damage the walls and all that stuff. Like, I don't want to pay that much money to have that many restrictions on where I live. And then my kids don't have a yard, so they have to like can only share the playground with all these other kids, and then they getting into fights on the playground. I didn't tell you all that Theo got into a fight. We're gonna come back to that story, but Theo got into a fight with one of the neighbor kids. Like, it was just no. For almost $1,700, I'd rather be putting that towards something that has equity and that I can leave my children when I'm gone from this place. So I was like, you know what? My lease is almost up. When November comes around, I'm just going to put in my 30 days and be out. I'm looking at my mac and cheese right now, and they put breadcrumbs on top. I know some people like that, but I don't need breadcrumbs on top of my macaroni and cheese. Please stop. Like, and it looks like they're fresh and they don't look baked into it. So y'all added that after you put it into the cup. Like, please just ask me before you do unnecessary things to classics. Like, it's still good, but still, we didn't need breadcrumbs. So yes, that is why we are moving. I did also like sign up for the NACA program, and I've been signed up for that for a while, but I got like most of my paperwork together. I think the only main thing I still have to do with them is like actually meet with one of their counselors or realtors. That's the one thing I haven't done. But I know their process is a really long process, and I love my mama. Lord knows I do. But I don't have that kind of time to be living with her while I wait for NACA. So, you know, I'm spreading my eggs out, not putting them all in NACA's basket. So there's also a program with my state for certain counties where if you buy a home within them and you take, like, you have a certain credit score and you take a home buying program class or whatever, they will give you up to $15,000 towards your home. So that's what I'm doing. So yeah. We's moving. I gotta finish packing. My job has been giving me lots of boxes. So this will most likely be episode 1 of my home buying journey series that is just starting right now. And I have to return, I filled out the application already for the classes. I just have to return it to the organization, which is out by where my mom lives. Because there are like classes I have to take, I think 2 times a week. So, yeah. I don't know how long it's supposed to last. And then I gotta get my credit checked. Probably need to boost that. And then while I'm at my mom's, just stack on stack on stack on stack. And then stack again. So yeah, that's the update of my life. I got a raise just not to be able to not even fully enjoy it. But such is life. What's up, family? All right, so last time we talked, I was going to drop off my application for the Homebuyers program I'm trying to do, but with traffic and everything involved, we didn't make it there. So my mom said that it was better to just call them and make an appointment to like talk with them and then turn it in and all that stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. So today is Sunday. I'm going to call them on Monday, tomorrow, and make an appointment with them for my remote day. That's the only thing that really sucks. They're only open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, which is my work schedule. So it really sucks. But thank God for remote days. So I'm going to call them to see if I can schedule an appointment for my remote day, which I believe this week is Wednesday. I think I have to double check my calendar. And then just go see them then, turn it in then, talk to whoever I need to talk to, get the ball rolling. So right now I'm packing. There are so many boxes around this apartment right now. It's ridiculous. Been a packing machine. Let me put the top on you. I had to go to Dollar Tree, buy some newspapers, and I haven't touched a newspaper in so long, but is it normal for the ink to be rubbing off like this? Like at first I was rolling these bottles on the counter in the newspaper, but then the newspaper ink was rubbing all off on the counters, and that's not cute. I'm trying to give them this place back exactly the way they gave it to me. So I don't gotta hear nothing. Alright. More newspaper. So yes, that is where we are in the process right now of just packing, going to schedule my appointment. And then I gotta get like my divorce paperwork together. I already know I'm gonna ask for that, which is still dragging. For what purpose, I do not know. Like we're both ready to be done, so I don't understand why it's dragging this long. But yeah, still gotta get that done. So I've been like in here as I'm packing, just watching other people's YouTube videos of like them being first time homeowners and then like the process they went through, like especially the single mom ones, because I never thought this would be my life, but yet here I am. So let me see how others do it and make it. Because I will say, I know my God is an awesome God. He can do anything but fail. All I have to do is ask it and he can make it happen. But like, you know, it's always that little teensy tiny ounce of doubt that always creeps in and is like, but can you really do it by yourself though? Should you just stay in the apartment though? You can afford this. With the raise and like the upcharge and rent and everything, you'll still be able to survive and do it. It won't be your own home. No, it doesn't have all the things that you really want. But you know, you can afford this. But this is not where I want to stay. This is not where I see my life being here for the rest of my life. So I'm really having to step out on faith and do this as I pack up all my things and leave my own abode to go back to my mother's house and stay in one room with 2 kids. But God, right? He can do anything but fail. Ask and you shall receive. That sounded horrible. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door shall be opened unto you. I don't know what's been going on with me and talking lately, but words come out not sounding how they're supposed to. So the Homebuyer program that I want to do, my mom also did it when I was younger. And so I know that the way, but then again, she bought one of their houses, but whatever. Her mortgage is super duper low. So I know she can do it by herself. Well, at least she's doing it by herself. She doesn't have much left of her mortgage payments to make. But because we were just looking over her paperwork the other day, and she purchased that house in 2002. So she is almost done. And that will officially belong to her. I'm just trying to own a piece of land, because that's the one thing that they're not making more of in this world. They're not making any more land. So I might as well own my little piece of it now and start creating some generational wealth for my kids. I don't know why I keep the newspaper so far away. And then my coworkers have been so helpful. Like majority, not even majority, all of the boxes that I have accumulated to pack up all of my things have come from my coworkers. All of them. Every time I walk into work, it's the first thing they say, "Oh, I got some boxes for you." Loaded them up in my car. And then like where our office is, they're always ordering stuff. So I get like huge, big boxes. And then my other coworker, she has dogs, so she's always ordering stuff off of Chewy and whatnot. So she has boxes. They've been so helpful. And it's really crazy to believe, like all the small stuff is mostly packed up. Like I had to go buy paper plates and cups because I'm about to just pack up all of my glassware, which I should have did a long time ago. Because yesterday, as Tom was doing the dishes, he went to go sit the plate on the dish strainer, and since it was still wet and I guess his hands were slippery and whatnot, he drops the plate. Plate shatters all over the floor. So now I have a 3-piece set. That was once a 4-piece set. Yeah. I'm just gonna have to order another set of plates to make it all complete again. But whatever, it's whatever. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. So in order to preserve what I have left, I'm just gonna pack it all up. All the glasses just getting packed up, and we're gonna be living off of paper plates and paper cups. I am not finna show off for nobody. Ugh. And nobody's coming to visit me anyway, so. I was right at Dollar Tree and I forgot to grab a marker so that I can label all of these things. But I did get a bunch of different colored duct tapes, because if you guys haven't seen my previous packing tips video from when I was living that military wife lifestyle, I will see if I remember to link it in the atmosphere. But I got all my different color duct tapes to be able to put on each box, so that way when it is time to move it into our home, placing it in Jesus' hands, like, I know he's going to do it. He's going to find us the perfect home. One that I know that I can afford. One that God knows that I can afford. One that he knows fits all of our needs, requirements, and wants. So yeah, so when that happens, we can just look at the box and be like, oh, it has a yellow piece of tape on it. That means it's the bathroom. Oh, it has a blue piece of tape on it. That means it's Theo's room. It has a red piece of tape on it. That's Tom's room. Purple, Mommy's room. All of that. It makes it so simple. That way you're not having a box that belongs in the living room, upstairs in your bathroom, and this is too much. And I need a step stool. I forgot I'm vertically challenged. Oh, whatever. Alright, so I packed up all the glass bottles. They're in this box here. I had just bought like 3 rolls of tape. And I'm guessing Tom left them in the car because that one roll of tape is done. It actually went really far. I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I was able to seal 9 boxes with that roll of dollar store tape. So the other 2 should be perfect. Now I'm just packing up the rest of my glassware before it becomes a casualty. How am I sitting these in this box? I don't know. I'm going to sit these in here. Do I want to sit them up, lay them down? Well, I guess they'll be laying down. It's now time to do my bowls. No more cereal for us. It's the one thing I didn't get from Dollar Tree when I got the paper cups and the paper plates. Let me switch y'all up higher. It's somewhat better than half my body being cut off. I forgot to get bowls for cereal in the morning. You know what? Boys are just gonna have to rough it. Get a cup. Get a paper cup. Put you some cereal in here. Go for what you know. I don't know what size box my dish drainer would go in. I think it would take a bigger one. So should I wait and just put my dishes in that box? I think I could use this big chewy box. All right. I could use this big chewy box and then sit my dish drainer in there with the dishes. I think that's what I'll do. And use that medium box for something else. Yeah, I gotta figure out which box all of my flatware is going in. Did I ever show y'all my flatware? It's been pretty. Alright, these are the big forks. And then these dishes here, they're like 3 of these and this one random plate. They were actually still left in the cabinets of this apartment when I first moved in. So if we really, then this is my last plate. So yeah, I was just gonna leave those random 4 plates here because I don't know, they left them for me. Does this have syrup on it? Kids, they tried, right? That's what I'm gonna tell myself. Alexa, time.
It's 8:01 p.m.
Look at God. So done packing up all the glassware. This big chewy box came in handy. So yeah, let me show y'all. I promise y'all to look at what the apartment looks like now. And then I'm gonna go upstairs and go to bed. Make my kids go to bed because I already know they're not in pajamas. They probably didn't even brush their teeth. All that, but whatever, hold on. All right, so boxes. Big old box. All of the extra boxes, courtesy of my one coworker. Thank you, Diane. I gotta take this trash out in the morning. Stock full of paper towels. Sam's Club for the win. More boxes over there that I need to fill, probably with my clothes from my closet. Courtesy of, again, my job. It's my bar packed up. Don't worry about how we packed it. Like, it's, at the time we didn't have tape, and it has like it's really awkward for us to be able to pack it. If I can show y'all, like, it has like my wine rack in there, and we put my yoga mat over it to like stabilize everything. So just don't worry about it. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's all fine. Then I need to throw these little things away. They're like little inserts. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with my wine. My little Dutch oven. And then just box on 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 box. So many boxes. But yeah, so far, that's what we got. That's what we're working with. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. What is up, family? It's like 10 o'clock at night. But I was sitting here trying to like put my life back together because I did the thing that I said that I was going to go do. I went and dropped off my paperwork at the office for like the Homebuyer education class that I have to take or whatever. And I had everything in my binder, like organized to the T. Like everything was separated. It had its own little sleeve. There were dividers. It was by year, all the W-2s to their coordinating tax year. Like pay stubs, all organized, everything organized down. Go in the office, this heifer takes everything out of the sleeve just to make copies of everything, to hand me back the copies and the originals. And she doesn't restaple anything. I didn't expect her to put them back in the sleeve, but she could have at least restapled it, put a paper clip on it, like fold the corner down, something. No, she did none of that. None of that at all. She just lumped everything into one big pile and then gave me this giant envelope. Like, I'm going to turn the camera around so y'all can see the fuckery. These are all the papers left that I still have to go through and try to put them back in some type of order because this is just a whole hot ass mess. But yeah, so she just unorganized my entire life just to make copies of everything and then hand me back the paperwork and the copies. What was the purpose of you making the copies if you was just going to give me back the copies? Like, does anyone else see that the math is not mathing and it don't make no sense? Like, because if that was the case, I could have just come back on another day where everything could have been completed in one shot and then we didn't have to go through this. But, like, it's partially my fault because today was my remote day, so I was trying to, like, multitask. There was supposed to be a meeting at my job that I was supposed to be a part of at 1 o'clock. I was ready for it, but then they texted. I was like, oh, no, we're going to have the meeting at 1:30. So then that kind of screwed me up because I was like, okay, well, I was trying to like go to the housing office, the housing program office or whatever, turn in my paperwork. I wasn't like y'all are cutting into my time schedule, but whatever. Made it to the meeting, like going over everything. That I actually had to be on the phone with them in the car as I'm driving to the housing program office, because by the time the meeting was still going, and it was like after 2:30. For what? It didn't even need to be that long. But whatever. Part 1, I guess, is partially done. Still, I'm just so mad, and I'm so tired right now. Like I said, I go to work tomorrow. I'm too tired to try to organize these papers. I'll do it tomorrow. Bye. What's up, family? All right, so take 2. Made it. Got out of work early. Made it all the way back to the Homebuyer office. Turned in all my paperwork that I finally reorganized. Made it with 10 minutes to spare before they closed. Turned all the paperwork in. Got my little Homebuyer book. And the classes start day after my birthday. So we moving. And we're shaking. Baby, the house is on the way.
Young cash.